Hi, this video is for my ethics class, PH 102, Philosophy of Ethics. I hope you are doing very well during this rather strange and challenging semester. I'm recording this a couple days into the final exam week. I wanted to touch base with everybody and to go over how we're going to be wrapping up the semester. I hope that everybody has been doing very, very well during this challenging time. You had the course calendar with all the readings, and there's a lot of things in there that we just can't get to, but I hope you got some benefit from having read the materials in the Gordon Marino anthology, and also in the Peter Singer collection as well. There are a couple of documents that we'll be looking at, and that's it. So, this semester basically has not unfolded the way we expected. My approach is to get into a class and talk about what I heard on the radio and the way in, and get lots of discussion going, and it really hasn't panned out. And for that, I'm very sorry. We're all trying to make adjustments to not just the new reality for this semester, but what for maybe a new reality for the next year as far as academics is concerned. It's had some changes, in how we approach things. With the Gordon Marino book, for example, there are a couple of very tough documents in there, and I had planned on going through close textual analysis on that, and that's very, very hard to do with video. I won't be doing that. And the whole idea of trying to post lectures to video or trying to hold discussions to video is itself quite difficult. A 20 or 30-minute video can take me only 20-30 minutes to record, but it can take me up to 3 or 4 hours to actually upload it to YouTube and then import it into Blackboard, and that has been very, very difficult. I have 4 classes that are face-to-face that are now going remote, and it's proved to be very, very difficult to do all 4 simultaneously and to do a good job. So we all have to do the best that we can. So with that caveat there, I kind of want to go through where we're going to be going from. Originally, we were going to be going through the Marino readings. I wanted you to do a second essay, 2 essays. I had some lectures on the origin of morality, which would be very, very difficult stuff, but kind of fun stuff. We touched upon some of this in class. I wanted to do something on Peter Singer in terms of the environment, environmental ethics, and particularly also the animal rights movement. And I also originally had in mind for you to do a short portfolio, which sounds like a very, very big concept. It really wasn't going to be that. It was going to be consisting of having you look at 3 articles in the newspaper that dealt with issues we have talked about throughout the semester, like cultural relativism, with things related to the trolley dilemma, and something related to environmental ethics. I don't really see how that's possible right now. If you find articles and you were to print them out and then to scan them as PDFs and then send them to me, I guess we could do a portfolio. Sending me links wouldn't really work. It's contingent upon whether I have a subscription to some of the publications. So I've decided to forego the portfolio, but to incorporate some of those ideas into your second essay. I will be posting an optional video lecture tomorrow, because it's more important to me that everybody in the class have the content. The content is far more important for me than having you quizzed on something or be held responsible for something for a final exam or an essay. So there will be an additional essay as well, but you don't have to look at the video in order to do that. But the video will be optional. I'll be posting that tomorrow. So you may find some interest in that, because I'd like you to leave this class with the awareness that ethics as a field of study is very practical. It can help us make sense out of the everyday world. To that end, making sense of the everyday world, that is, I'd like to tweak the Edmonds essay. I had sent out some suggestions on the Edmonds essay before. Some of you have already written some stuff on Edmonds. That's fine. But I have redone the Edmonds essay on the trolley dilemma with a specific focus on, or a possible focus, because you can take a different approach, on the COVID-19 crisis. Which is a great example of the trolley dilemma. How do we apportion resources and so forth? Do we open up a certain state? And what's the risk? To me, it seems like a classic trolley dilemma. So that's going to be the focus of the second essay. I would ask you to look at the essay assignment online and then make your decision on which one you want to do. If you wanted to submit one or two news sources as things you've reflected upon, you only merely need to add those to the end of your essay and say, in preparing this essay, I referred to these two documents. There's a good chance I'll be able to locate them. New York Times, Washington Post, LA Times, Boston Globe, CNN, ABC News, NBC News, CBS News, NPR, these are, Fox News, these are all good sources for some of these things here. The instructions will have much more to say about that. There's also going to be a very short reflection on Peter Singer and animal rights and the environment. It does not have to be long. I'm asking for 1 page only. So I'm asking for an essay of about 3 pages to 4 pages at the most. And I'm asking for a 1-page reflection on Peter Singer's work. The reason for Peter Singer is that I'm convinced, in terms of my own work in philosophy, that the environment and animal rights included are kind of game changers, if you will, in terms of ethics. So there's a question on that, and that builds upon the work that you should have read in the Peter Singer book. So again, referring to your course calendar, I'm not going to be holding you responsible for the readings in Marino, except for a couple. I'm not going to be holding you responsible for the readings in the Peter Singer book, except for a couple of them. Please consult the assignment sheet, and that will explain everything. I'm flexible in terms of due dates. We're in final exams right now. If you can get everything to me by Sunday night or a Monday, that will be wonderful. I can post your grade right away. If you're graduating, you need to have a grade right away. I'll make sure that you'll have that grade. If you need to take a few weeks or even a month to finish this up, I'm totally okay with this. As you've probably heard, there is enormous flexibility right now in terms of incompletes. I'd rather see you do really good work. So take as much time as you need. Because of the coronavirus, my travel plans have changed. My plans for the summer course have changed. So I'm basically around quite a bit, and I can, process a change of grade form rather quickly. So these are some things to consider. Please look at the document on the Blackboard site that gives you the assignment to wrap up the semester. And please look at the optional, if you're interested, video lecture, which I will post shortly as well. That's optional, but it does kind of tie together some of the things in the Gordon Marino book. It's nice as kind of an afterthought, because it's important to me that you have this knowledge, and less important to me that I test you on all this. I miss very much our face-to-face class with great discussion that we've had. I've recorded who participated in the class, and all that will help people. Going forward, who knows what the fall entails, but I hope you are all doing well right now in terms of school and health and work. And we'll see what happens in the fall, and maybe we'll see some of you in the spring semester. So I hope this has been helpful. And if you do have any questions, I will be available starting Friday to make phone call meetings with people. I can even chat with you and talk through your essay and so forth. Or we can do that via email as well. I'm not going to be using WebEx. It just is a little too complicated to do it on an individual basis. So again, not the way we wanted to end the semester. We did not know this was going to turn out this way. But I hope that we'll be able to bring closure to this class, and you'll have some interesting insights to offer. Thank you very much, and have a great spring.